Hi guys, Debbie Fitz Palmer here, DPP, coming to you live. Okay, I just want to cover some things with you guys right quick. I've had lots of people to ask me questions, and I'm gonna try to make this as short as I can possibly make it. So this event that we're working this week, we have one more day remaining, and my team member just sent us a text saying that we're pretty close to $8,000 in sales, and we still have one more day left. So I'm going to tell you guys about the planning. First of all, this particular event, I've been trying to get it for years. And every year that I would apply for the event, they kept telling me no, 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 no. Kept saying no. But I kept trying anyway. Well, last year, out of nowhere, when I didn't try, I got a phone call saying that they had a spot. And they asked if I wanted. I said, absolutely. I was working another event. So I contacted one of my team members. She said, yes, I can do it. So really quick, we put together some things just like that. It was real impromptu. We put the things together just like that. And it worked out well. And the day that we were introduced to the show to come as a vendor was the day of setup. So, that put a lot of pressure on us, especially when I was already working another event. Okay, fast forward. So we had a year to plan for it this year. So three of us did it together. So I initially set this up, and my other two team members, they came in. So what we did first, we decided what we were going to bring. First of all, we split the cost. We split the cost for the event. We also had to pay for electricity. We had to pay for Wi-Fi and the event. Okay, we did that. Then the next thing came to how we're going to set things up. I always take pictures of all of my events because I work so many events and all of them are set up differently. So I take pictures of all of my events so that I can see by vision. I'm a visual person. So I got to look at it and see, okay, how are we going to have this set up? How are we going to arrange this? We start with establishing how many tables we need. So I asked, okay, they were responsible for bringing the tables. My team members, they were responsible for bringing the tables. So we had a total of 6 tables. I told them just to bring that. And I brought all the other setup stuff. I brought the floor. I brought the grid wall. I brought the stands. I brought the cash register. I brought the little chips, the little wood chips that go in. Well, we make little prices to go inside the warmers. I brought those. What does I bring? The tape down the floor. I brought all the electrical cords, all the power strips. I brought that. I brought the sign that's hanging in the booth. I brought all the tablecloths. Now, they brought table coverings because we cover up every night because we're there multiple nights. So we cover everything up. Each one of us brought a bar of blueberry cheesecake because that's the scent we warm all the time. We change out the fragrance every day because we want it to be very strong. We change it every day. We have 2 warmers there to display with wax in it. Okay, so that's the stuff that we had to set up. Okay, let me tell you how we did the products. Okay, we determined how much in dollar amount we're gonna bring. So each one of us, each one of us brought I think $4,500 in products, each one of us. Now, and these products that we brought between the 3 of us, we consider this to be the pool, okay? The pool is what we call it. We also established what mandatory items we had to have. So our mandatory items were fragrance flowers, card kits, what else? 3 buddies each. There were some other things, but I'm trying to go from memory. So okay, what we did, each one of us brought 50 fragrance flowers. Each one of us brought 50 card kits. Now, the card kits are, let me see if I got one. I don't see it here. So the card kit was a air solo and a pod. We put it together and we call it a card kit. So each one of us brought 50 of them. We had them packaged, okay? I forgot to say this. I personally brought 3 fragrance flowers that people could smell because our all smelled different than the bars. So I had 3 out that people could smell. And I have the fragrances that people like the most. So I put it this way, the ones that I sell the most. Okay, I have Amazon Rain there. I have Aloe Water and Cucumber and Clothesline. Those are 3 that I had out. And for, all my events are different with what people will buy. So the fragrance flower that sold the most at this one is Aloe Water and Cucumber. Then Amazon Rain was second and Clothesline was third. Now, what's interesting, people were looking for holiday smelling stuff. So we did sell some other fragrance flowers. So we had bars for people to smell those. But let me tell you guys what my team member figured out. For the ones that we didn't have a bar for, because they may have been in the previous season, what she did was she took the cap off and she cut the plastic off. And when you take the plastic off, you can actually smell the oil through there. I'm not talking about removing the actual rubber thing, that little rubber thingy that's down in there. Don't take that out. But just taking the plastic off, you can still smell the oil. So that's what we did. We took the plastic off so people could smell the oil because we didn't have any bars for people to smell. And we didn't want to open it all the way because you know what happens when you open that because it could possibly spill. So we didn't do that. And what else did we do? Okay, let me tell you what was happening. With this event, we knew we needed more fall and winter scents because this is the time of the year. So we had quite a few bars. Okay, each one of us brought 300 bars. That was the other mandatory that I missed. We brought 300 bars apiece. And we mixed them up. Every day, we were running low on holiday fragrances, or fall fragrances. Every day, we were running low on it. So the next day, we ended up bringing more holiday scents. Each day, we were having to change out something or add something each day, which is a good thing. So the first time, we just brought extra stuff, brought extra warmers, because we sold a boatload of warmers. So we're bringing extra warmers, extra bars. So yesterday, and we needed some more buddies. So yesterday what we did, we brought home we swapped out some stuff. Like we brought home some fragrance flowers and we brought home some card kits that we want to keep the amount balanced, okay? So each one of us brought home, I think like $300 in products. And we came and exchanged that $300 in products for like more bars. We cannot keep enough bars. We cannot keep enough fall, winter bars. People are buying them, just like that, buying them. So we also have fresh fragrances. We have fruity. Let me tell you guys what else people are doing. People are buying Luna like crazy. I mean, people are buying like 6 to 12 Luna bars at one time. Maybe not 12, but I would say a lot of them at one time. And we did bring a lot of Luna because we know that's popular. Blueberry cheesecake is another popular scent that we sell a lot of. So, of course, I had to bring a ton of blueberry cheesecake because that's what I sell the most. So, people were asking for all kind of stuff, but they were mainly buying bakery and they were buying a lot of holiday scents. Yes, that's what they're buying. So yesterday, let me tell you guys what we had to do. We had to really become creative because since he has a lot of bars in these bags, bags and boxes, the collections. Let me tell you what we did. We had collections from like last year. Instead of trying to sell the bags, we took the bars out and just hung them. We took them out the bags because we were running so low and people were buying them just like that. So that's what we did. I have never done that before, but we did that. We had to improvise because we were running out. We didn't have any more. So like, what are we going to do? And we thought about those bags we had. We had the bags. We have boxes with scents in there. Those holiday collection that Scentsy comes out with. We just hung them up on the thing. Some of the ones that I put up there didn't even have labels on it because I try to label everything that we sell because I just want people to know how to reach me. Well, I had the boxes labeled and not the individual bars. So I'm like, darn, I put the stuff up there and didn't have no labels. But people are buying, guys. And let me tell you what else happened. I'm so happy. I have the best team. Let me say that. And Angela was saying this today. She said, you know what? We do so well working together. It's like nobody's fighting each other. Nobody's trying to get to this person first, or nobody's trying to get to that person second or whatever. We were helping one another. Like, for example, if we're really busy and we see somebody selling something, we'll go and we'll write it up for them. We'll bag it up for each other. We do stuff like that. You know, even when it came to setting up the booth, all of us had something that we were doing. And we didn't say, oh, you're going to do that, or you're going to do that. No, we just kind of just went right on in there knowing what we need to do. For example, Angela was the one taking all the warmers out of the boxes. She did that. After she did that, she put her little flair out there, the decorations and everything. I don't do the fruit. I don't know how. I'm not the one you want to ask to do that. It won't look right. So, but what I did do, I hung up the hooks on the grid wall. One thing I've learned is that the easiest way for people to find bars is to put them in the category based on, like, for example, fresh fragrances. So if somebody wants clean scents of fresh fragrances, we put them in one area. And the fruity the same way. We're going to put the fruity in one area. We're going to place the fall and winter in one area. We're going to place the bakery in one area. Because, you know, whenever somebody comes to us and they don't know what to get, first thing I'm going to ask them is, what type of fragrances do you like? Do you like fruity? Do you like fresh? And they're going to tell you. So when I first joined Scentsy, we used to work events and I was putting those bars in alphabetical order. Well, that didn't work for me because it was driving me nuts because alphabetically is not in a certain category. And I learned that not only that, when you're putting them up there and you just so happen to find another A, you put all the A's up there, then you come across another A when you've gotten all the way to Z, like, what do you do with that? That was driving me nuts. So, but then I kept also running into situations where people will look for a certain scent, like a woodsy fragrance. We even have a woods category, the fresh, the fruity, the bakery, the fall, winter. We had it broken up like that. And what is that going? Okay. I always have team members at my events. I always invite my team members to come out. And to this particular one, I had 2 other team members helping me go in on the expense, on the cost. But normally I don't. I usually just pay for it and have team members to come in to get the contacts. They get the contacts. They don't bring products. They don't pay anything, but I allow them to get the contacts. Contacts are valuable. There is a very expensive cost for people to buy contacts or to buy leads, but they get them free when they come work with me. They get to, when they're selling the products that's there, they get to keep the contacts. So this time we had 3 other people there on the team. Each one of them did extremely well. Each one of them. The first one who came actually was somebody who went to school with me, and she had never worked a show before. She's actually going to sign up. Yep, she's going to sign up. Did well. I mean, in 2 days, she probably sold almost $1,000 by herself. Never worked Scentsy before. I mean, she assisted in helping. She's going to sign up. Isn't that amazing? She said, oh, this stuff is easy, because people kept coming to us. You don't get any. And I told her that too. I said, this is going to be a great place for you to start, because people will come to you. All you got to do is process the order. That's all you got to do. And possibly make suggestions based on what we say, because we were backing each other up. Okay, the second person who came, this young lady is 20 years old, And I met her back in July, and she joined on the spot at our Deer Show. And she said, my goal is to become a Scentsy consultant full time. She's 20 years old. That's what she said. She came 2 days, and she was so nervous. She kept saying, I'm so nervous. I don't know what to say. There were times that she would just stand there and just like, and we kept saying, go talk to that person, go talk. She'd just stand there in total shock because she just didn't know what to say. And she didn't want to say the wrong thing. And I kept telling her, and one thing I got to say about my team members, they pulled her to the side and told her it was going to be okay. I told her that also, but they also validated it. They said, you just have to step out there and just give it a try. All you have to do is start with asking people how they're doing. Ask them how they're doing and take it from there. That's what you do. But when you're afraid and you're nervous, it make you feel like you can't do something and you don't want to do it wrong. You're thinking that people are going to judge you because you said it wrong. So we had to help her get out of that fear. And guess what, guys? We did. Her goal was to get $1,000 sold while she was there. And guess what, guys? She did it. She did it. Even though she was afraid at the beginning, she was super nervous, but she got out there and we watched her. I even recorded her. I said, girl, we kept giving her a high five. You did this. So proud of her. So the next person came today. This guy, it's a guy. Guys love Scentsy too. So he's been my customer for about 13 or 14 years. So he's very knowledgeable about Scentsy. But what happened, I'll tell you how I got him to sign up. He said very soon, he's also retired Navy. He's in the military. He said he's going to be retiring next year and he wanted something extra to do. So he reached out to me about Snoopy. So we had a Snoopy warmer and buddy available a little while ago. He said, well, I want to get that Snoopy. He said, I want the warmer and I want the buddy. And it was going to come to about $100 some. That's what he wanted. I said, why don't you just sign up so you can benefit from your own order? And he did. He signed up, guys. He signed up just like that. And I invited him to come to our event. He came out today and he did really well. And guess what, guys? He did well as the other young ladies too. He reached his goal. I had to come home to see, but he reached his goal. Their goal was to get to their first promotion. And I'm so happy that they did. And guess what? They didn't have to pay for the event. I invited them to come out. I invited them to come out to get the training, to get what they needed there and get all these contacts. And they were just thrilled about it. So my young girl, who's 20 years old, she said, when is your next event? I want to come. I told her, I said, you can come to any event that I have. Anyone that I have, you're invited to come. So we're going to go back tomorrow. Tomorrow's our last day. So our goal is to beat this number. Our goal, what we do, we watch our numbers every day. And we try to beat those numbers every day. And we compare it to the previous year to see where we are. People are buying. People are buying. And they're buying like crazy. And we're meeting so many people who's never heard of Scentsy. Or we meet people who has used Scentsy but didn't know how to find it anymore. For example, there was a young lady who came to our booth and she made a purchase. And she said, what do I need to do to sign up? I said, right here, absolutely. I show her this flyer that I have. So this flyer has 4 different ways that people can join. I showed it to her. She joined on the spot, guys, just like that. So I got a new team member. We had another person who was trying to join my new team member who's 20 years old. She tried to join her, but something happened as she was trying to sign up. It was an error message or something like that. So yeah, people do walk up and sign up just like that at our events. That's how Abigail's her name. That's how Abigail signed up. She signed up on the spot just like that at our Deer Show. So tomorrow, we're going to bring some stuff to the show in place of something else that we need to move. We're bringing some more bars because we do need more bars. I'm so excited. Tomorrow's the last day. And I'm so excited because I I'm praying that we can hit $10,000 in sales. That's what I'm praying for. What we always do, we always set goals when we work our events. We set a goal of what we want to do each day, and we compare it to the previous one. And so we already have the dates set up for next year. So we already know what things to do, because this event is a new event to us. So we're trying to get the feel of the flow of the traffic. Let me say this too. This event is huge. They have hundreds of vendors, hundreds of them. They have a lot of people there with candles, a lot of people there with wax. They do. They have a lot of it. People making homemade stuff. But we're the only Scentsy consultants there, which is great. But 2 or 3 of those candle people who are making their own candles have come to us to say, we've been sending people to you guys for the warmers because we don't have warmers. Or one guy said, we've had them, but they didn't want to fool with them anymore. So they sent them to us. And not only, here's the other thing is that we have so much more than just wax and warmers. We have the fragrance flowers. We have the fan diffusers. We have wash your whisk, the products for the laundry. We have a lot of stuff. And we have a great spot. Let's say that too. We have a great spot. We're right at the door. By the grace of God, somebody canceled last year at last minute, and they had a fabulous spot. We got 2 booths. It's a 10 by 20, and we're on the corner. I love corner spots, and I love being near the door. So we got both. It's been great. And yeah, it's good, guys. It's good. The wait was worth it. I tried 14 years to get this event. The wait was worth it. So I always say sometimes no does not mean never. Sometimes no just mean not right now. And we didn't get it when I wanted it to, but we got it when we need to get it. That's how I look at it. And I'm grateful. My team members excited. Everybody's happy. We all work so well together. Of course, my brother and my nephew, they're there. And my nephew, Sean, is always buying me something to eat. He bought me some popcorn. And my brother, Jeff, of course, you know, he's amazing. He's going to make sure that we have everything we need there. For example, you want to make sure we have no water in the diffusers. He want to make sure we have whatever we need, the bags and order forms. He actually take the order forms and tear them in half. So we only use 1 sheet for the order form to save on those forms. We do. But I always make sure that I get all of my customers' information, their name, their phone number, and I have a QR code on my phone. I ask them to scan it so I can invite them to my VIP group. I know a lot of people have QR codes, but their QR codes direct people to the website. I don't have one to the website because my website is already on my card. I want them to be invited to my VIP group so that I can be in touch with them. They can see my website once they get in there, but the most important thing for me is the QR code for my VIP group on Facebook. Then, of course, I have my follow-up system. I have 2 follow-up systems. I used to not have them, but I do now. I put the contacts in my Scentsy Connect, which is free. It's a free follow-up. And I also put my customer contacts in Project Broadcast. I love that. So I send out a message to my customers 1 time a month. And I let my customers know wherever I'm going to be that whole entire month. If I'm not going anywhere, I'm going to say that. And I'll just let them know about specials for that month. But I send a text out every month. And I sent out over 2,000. I think I sent over 2,500 texts out the first of the month. And several of my customers say to me, thank you so much for sending me those reminder texts. I love those texts. Now, I do get some people to say stop and opt out, and that's okay. I don't worry about that because I know some people do get annoyed about texts. I don't send that many texts out. So if somebody opt out of mine, it's because they don't want any text. But I only send 1 text a month. I used to send texts out for specials. I don't do it anymore. I just send it once a month, And I let them know my whole itinerary for the month so they can know what to expect. They like that. So they'll know where I am because I work a lot of events. So I move around a lot. I'm going to give them my whole entire itinerary for that month. And I'm going to also tell them about whatever specials I have, how much I appreciate them. All that's going in my text. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope that this helps as you work your events with your team. I love working my events with my team. I do so much. They are amazing. I get to meet so many amazing people. I get to see my team. I saw some previous team members. I get to see my customers, and so many people love my brother Jeff. Jeff has his own fan club. People always walk up and ask, how's he doing? How's your brother doing? I said, there he is right there. He's doing good. So he has his own fan club just because of Scentsy, guys. I take my brother and my nephew to all of my events. They're just like my kids because they're both autistic. So I take them with me everywhere I go. Otherwise, they'd be in this house with nobody to talk to, nowhere to go. But now they feel like they belong. My team members love on them. They make them feel like, oh, you're welcome here. I can bring them to work with me at my events. I take both of them. Both of them, I take them both with me. I sure do. And they look forward to it. And I'm just so grateful because it's this business has truly blessed my family and blessed me in so many ways. And I share all that I can so I can possibly allow other people to see what a blessing this business has been. I enjoy what I do each day. I look forward to waking up to tasks that I have to fulfill with my Scentsy business, whether it's with my team members or my customers. I look forward to this every day. It's almost like I just joined. I joined Scentsy in 2009 in December. So I will be celebrating 16 years next month. Can you even imagine? But before I go, I want to say this. I recall being instrumental part in helping somebody else build their legacy. I helped somebody else do that. And I was there for 37 years. And they're doing fine. I'm not a part of that anymore, not by choice, but I am not. But I'm creating my own legacy now. So I said, if I can do that for somebody else, why not do it for me? I'd rather do the things. I need my flexibility. That's what I enjoy the most because it's just so important for me to have the time that I need for my family. But I do love giving back in every way because somebody gave back to me. I think somebody's saying something. Do you send emails instead of text? Do you use your number? I use my own phone. Well, Project Broadcast is a service that I pay for. It's not my own phone number, but I do use my number a lot. I rarely send emails out. Only time I send an email out is when I use Scentsy Connect because it doesn't text. It does email. But I prefer to text because a lot of times people don't read the emails. So I do the texting. That works best for me. I mean, my own personal sales range from $5,000 to like $12,000, $13,000 a month because of my follow-up. Because I meet a lot of people at my events. So yeah, I'm going to follow up. It takes time to put all those names in and those phone numbers. I plug that information into my, I plug it into my Project Broadcast, which that's a paid service that I have, and I plug it into my Scentsy Connect. I do it in both places. It's worth it. It's a lot of time at the beginning, but any kind of way I can reach out to my customers, I will. And my my phone number is on my website, so I don't have an issue with getting my number out there because it's out there. It's on my business card. It's on my website. It's everywhere. It's on YouTube. It is out there. I'm a business owner. I want to be reached. I want people to find me. So in my phone, I have my customers as Scentsy customer in my phone. I have a Scentsy customer and also where I met them and what they like. All that's in my phone, so I can know when they call me, like, oh, okay, that's my Scentsy customer who love fruity fragrances. Oh, okay, you ready to get you some more fruity scents? Yeah, I do. Those who love blueberry cheesecake, they logged in my phone, Scentsy customer, blueberry cheesecake. I got that information from another consultant, and it has really helped. It does. So when they call me, poop, same thing. Same thing with my team members. I had them categorized in my phone as Scentsy consultant. First, Scentsy consultant, frontline. They're my frontline. I do it that way. Any kind of way that I can make it easy for me to know and understand who it is that's calling me or texting me. So I just love this business. I mean, it truly has been a blessing in so many ways. And it takes a village. There's so many. I saw today my first customer who I met on my first Scentsy customer who I met on Facebook. I saw her today. I haven't seen her in quite some time. And she reminded me of how I reached out there on social media to find people. Because I remember I was told in order for you to grow your business, you need more followers. Somebody told me that because I only had 23 friends on Facebook when I joined Scentsy. So I just went out there and just started sending random friend requests. I sure did that. And she somehow saw it and we became friends. She's been my customer ever since. A loyal customer. This lady's been with me for 15 years. She's a Scentsy club, but we would meet up at her job. We would meet up at my job. I would drop stuff off at her dad's house. And I became close to her mom. Her mom passed away. We built this bond. We build a bond, guys. I mean, it's just amazing the connections that you make with your customers. They get to know you. They get to ask about how Jeff is doing. They get to ask about how my son is doing. They get to ask about my daughter, how she's doing, how Rome is doing. All that. Yeah, get to know them. And that's what I love. That's another thing that I love most about Scentsy. I get to know so many people, through my team members, through my customers. It's just been a joy. So anyway, guys, have a great one. I just wanted to share with you the recap of this event. Hopefully I have some more tips after tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day. All right. Love you guys. Have a great night.